Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, welcome back. We're going to be playing some more Flight Sim 2024. So I'm still working on hitting all the wrong buttons and shit. That's exactly what I'm working on. So I'm still working on trying to get to Paris. So I think the next flight going in that general direction is this one. So it's just a 30-minute flight, but it'll keep getting us closer to Paris. So I'm hoping that it'll let us fly like over Paris and stuff when we get there, but I don't know. Now, am I able to add fuel or anything here? No. What's EFB? Ah, this thingy. Fuel. Extra include tankering. Contingency and final reserve. Oh wow, I did not even know that was a thing. Alright, so we're gonna leave it the way it was, I guess. I didn't know. I'm trying to see if I could actually change the fuel amount, because I feel like I'm almost always almost running out. Maybe we'll just do an extra little bit. Like that. Okay. So we gotta do our pre-trip. And yes, I know there is a lot more than just the removal of the things that I remove, like the engine cover and the PTOC cover. Windy day again. And then the wheel chuck, the static port cover. Because, like, technically, if I knew how to turn around, you're supposed to be able to actually test all these things. I think it was like A or something. Oh wait, it actually did move it, but I don't know what I did. I just checked that somehow. I'm gonna have to figure out all the controls for this, because it definitely does not let me do what I'm supposed to be able to do. Like, I can't even, like, steer the camera in this mode. And apparently I can't grab that one. I don't know what I did besides jiggle my mouse. Oh, there's lights? They're dirty. Why is it telling me that my other controller is up here when it's definitely right here? Hide it so that it doesn't do that where it like flies across the screen and stuff. Get my camera straightened out here. And then we will start engine.
Hey Cap, Olivia here. Thanks for stepping up for this ferry flight. Today's lucky bird heading to Vatry is this charming little 172 Skyhawk. The owner had to get his aircraft repaired over there. Now that it's fixed, he needs someone to fly it back to him. Mr. Choplin, the owner, is expecting you at the destination on time. Have a safe flight.
Call tower.
Lima Foxtrot Echo Uniform Traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey is taxiing to runway 24.
Papa whiskey. So we gotta stop at the hold short. And this gives me a chance to test my one wheel brake thing. And I'm a dumbass and I programmed them opposite of each other. So that my left button is actually the right one. And the right one is the left one. So I'll have to fix that later. But at least now I can steer the plane properly without having to use the rudder. Because that's not how you're supposed to do it. Call tower.
Lima Foxtrot Echo Uniform Traffic Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey taking off runway 24 departure to the west.
Okay, it looks like we are good to go. It does not say, oh, it does say taxi to the start. Yep, facing the wrong way. Son of a bitch. So let's get her moving. Gotta try and keep the speed low so I don't get my taxi speeding. So I figured that would be a lot easier to put it on the sides of this, but it actually sucks. I mean, maybe because I'm holding that, and if I was actually holding it right, it wouldn't be so bad. It also doesn't help that I programmed them backwards like a dumbass. Almost the end of the taxiway. Looks like it wants me to go in a circle. Make a U-turn and align with the runway. So it looks like I am aligned with the runway, and now I can take off. Yep, we are off the ground. And we gotta move this chat window thing, pop this up to takeoff flaps, and then I was hoping this thing would tell me. Oh, it's down there, duh, I'm dumb. So 2,100 feet is our goal here. So we're gonna set this to 25. And then we're gonna dial it back to 21. And then pull back on the throttle so we're not sitting in redline anymore. Since we are almost at cruising altitude. And then let's get ourselves aimed straight. Alright, so now we're gonna let autopilot do the rest of the work. So when I turned on heading select mode, it seemed like it wanted to go that way for whatever reason. So what is this thing trying to do? Yeah, it wants me to like go way the hell out of the way. Yeah, we're not gonna listen to that. So it says fly to Vetri. We still haven't gotten to 2,100 feet. And I think Vetri is that way. It is. So we're gonna keep climbing to 2,100 feet. Point ourselves in the direction we want to go. Whoa. Heading select mode. We'll turn off navigation mode 2. Not exactly sure what's going on there. It's still trying to turn me that way. Turn off autopilot. So what is going on? That thing wants me to go that way so bad. So let's figure out where my plane's at on this map, cause damn it. Well, that seems to be the problem. Except the pink line's over here to my left, and it's trying to get me to go to the right. I really don't know what the heck it thinks it's doing. We're just gonna keep letting it go straight. We can probably stop that climb though. we're just gonna keep on going the way we know we're supposed to be going. So if we're over France, we need to find some channels and go catch us some Wells catfish. Even if you're not into fishing, you should check out Wells catfish. They're massive and they're super aggressive. And then there's like videos of the French guys and stuff. They got their little, I call them belly boats. I don't know what they're actually called. Oh, what the heck? Oh, got some random BS message. Yeah. I'm not worried about making money. I do this for fun. What I was gonna say though is, yeah, it's a belly boat, and what I consider a belly boat is it looks like a donut, you know, like the just regular round tire tube type deal. But then it has like um, a center part that you can actually sit in, much like a one of those baby swings that are kind of shaped like a diaper. I don't know what else to call it, but you stick your legs through the holes and it just kind of keeps you floating there. And you put on some fins and push yourself around in this tube. So you're sitting like up to your waist in water, and you're kicking around in the water to get around. So obviously this isn't something you want to be doing like where there's bull sharks or anything. Like definitely something you do in fresh water. And like although the catfish are aggressive, they don't really have teeth like that. So like they might grab your foot, but they're not gonna like pull you in or nothing. At least not that kind of cat. I know there are bigger cats that do, or shouldn't say do, but have eaten people. Um, it's not normal though. Those are some massive catfish. You're talking 450, 500-pound cat. So we're still flying towards our destination, assuming that's the correct destination. It's got the right name, so we're gonna assume it is. I think it's funny that the spammers come in here offering to help you out, and they're like, "Hey, hop in Discord," and it's like, I'm in Discord. If you really want to pitch that scam, click on the link in the about information and join in, and yeah, we'll go from there. these farms aren't as pretty as some of the places we've been over. Honestly, a lot of these just look like all their neighbors hate them. Like, does anybody have a straight property line? It looks like a fucking abstract painting. Like, just a bunch of random ass squares and triangles and rectangles blotted all over the place. Like, these people over here look like they had half a brain and actually like sold out rectangles and stuff. But then you got these people that were like drawing fucking dicks and making elephants. Like, what the hell are you guys doing with your property lines? You know how fucking hilarious. I hit the throttle. How hilarious that would be though if there actually was. Oh, you know what? I just realized my flaps have been down this whole time and it hasn't yelled at me, so I gotta do this before it catches on. I was going too fast and it never yelled at me. But yeah, like, so if all of this stuff is technically like Google Maps, and then they just use AI algorithms to place all the buildings and trees and all that fun stuff, technically, oh, I forgot to open up my window so I can look better. But yeah, technically the like if someone did a crop circle and made a dick in the corn, it would be there as long as it was on like Google Maps. So like the people that like to mess with the Google Street View cams, that kind of stuff. Doesn't even seem like there's any rhyme or reason to when they actually do the Google satellite imagery stuff. I know like the one house I was at, it updated like 2015 and then 18 and then 20, so it was like 3 years, 2 years, and then I don't think it updated at all until like this year, so then it went like 5 or 6 years before it updated again. So it's like that one just kind of seems like they update it as they feel like it. And I mean, actually that's a good question. I wonder how much work it really is to take a satellite picture, like for Google Maps. I'm sure it's just like a program that sits there and like snaps this spot, moves over, snaps this spot, moves over, snaps this spot. Obviously a fuckload faster than that. The question is like, to map the entire world, how long does it take Google Maps? Let's figure this out. I can't reach my phone. Alright, I gotta switch up hands. I'm lefty and I can't even like use my hand to use my phone at all. I just do everything right, you know. How often does Google Maps update? It's updated constantly, but the frequency of updates varies depending on the feature and location. Small updates, they make small updates every day. Street View and other real-world maps may only update every few years. Google attempts to update Street View in major cities once a year and every 3 years in less populated areas. Oh, okay. Well, I'm in a less populated area now, so that makes sense. Traffic and directions. Some features like traffic and directions can update in real time. How often Google Maps updates in your city depends on how many people live near you. Busy metropolitan areas are updated more frequently, while rural areas may wait longer. Oh, excuse me. Google Maps uses a variety of data sources to keep its maps accurate, including satellite imagery, street view, and user-generated data.
500.
Oh shit. I was not paying attention. Good thing I did not crash. So how long? How long does it take Google Maps to photograph the planet? I have no idea how you really want to word that. So it says Google Maps doesn't photograph the entire planet at once. Instead, it takes images over a long period, with most satellite imagery on Google Maps being updated 1 to 3 years, meaning it can take several years to capture a complete picture of the planet due to the processing time and need to revisit locations for fresh imagery. So it's one of those where like it starts here and goes around, and by the time it gets back, it's already been 3 years. Look at all them windmills. They seem kind of tall. Why am I so close to the ground? Oh, I'm only at 980 feet. Oops. Sorry. Let's get this back in its charger. I need to pull up. Still diving. Still diving. Don't understand why it lets you click that suction cuppy thing, like you're gonna be able to move it or something. Like you can't do anything with it. Like it's yellow right now, but I can't do shit. Throw it out the window, like, yeah, bye. Yeah, I think I'm a little too low. It's 14.5 nautical miles, so we are getting close. I guess I really shouldn't climb back up if I'm that close. This plane really wants me to die, apparently. Oh, that was not what I was trying to do. I swore you were supposed to be able to use that pitch wheel to like set a pitch so that it would maintain that one pitch instead of consistently diving like it does. Nautical miles. I feel like this plane is slower over here in Europe. Oh no! There's my low fuel light, which I still have not gotten to check if I can switch over to the other side. Like I want to do it, but I also don't want to like crash when I shut off the fuel pumps or something. Oh, call tower. Call tower. Why is it not?
Vatry Tower, Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey is 11 miles northeast, 1,500 feet with hotel to land.
Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey Vatry Tower. QNH 1018 enter, left downwind runway 10.
Call tower. Call tower. Wow, that program works sometimes, but like not always. It's so strange. Call tower.
Make left traffic
I had to
runway 10
spam the
Cessna,
enter button to get it
Juliet
to
Papa
work,
Whiskey.
so something's going on my computer that's pissing it off. I don't know if I'm like clicked off of the screen and that's what's doing it or what, but I got so many freaking windows open, who knows. Honestly, it's hard to believe that this computer even handles it, because it's really not like a super badass computer or nothing. I mean, it's only a AMD 5600X, so like it's a 6-core processor. It's not even the 3D cache or nothing. And according to Oculus, you're supposed to have a 6-core minimum just to run the Oculus. And then I still have it running Flight Sim, the camera, OBS, voice attack, a bunch of Chrome tabs that I forgot to close. I don't know. I feel like this computer should have melted already, and it hasn't. There's just windmills everywhere here in France. There's a shitload in front of me here, and then if you look off in the distance over there, they're all over the horizon. Lose my altitude again. So since we're getting close, it's probably time to start pulling some of this throttle out. We're almost slow enough to be able to engage our flaps. Not quite, so Pull out a little more. Pretty sure 80 is the cutoff. It seems like any time I'm over 80, I get in trouble. I'm gonna pull up just to lose speed on purpose. Go to partial flaps to lose some speed. There we go. A little more. And we'll go full. Get a little bit more throttle back in so we stop dropping. I'm like flying sideways. There must be a crosswind here. It's kind of freaking me out. So this is gonna be a sucky one to land at. Does this thing give me a wind direction? So heading is 240. What's CRS? I don't see a wind speed or a direction on said wind speed. I haven't even found the runway yet, so maybe I did this whole flappage thing too early because I'm flying insanely slow. Which is okay because it gives me a chance to look around and figure out where I'm going, but like, definitely taking forever. Give it some more throttle. We'll get up to like 65, 70 so that we're not like floating in place like we have been. How fast will it go with the flaps on? I've never actually tried. Still trying to climb. I don't want to let it get to 70, so I'm going to cut it off before it gets there. Wait, that is a huge runway, holy shit. Alright, well, guess we're not missing that one. Whoa. Getting too fast. We don't want to get in trouble. And I grabbed the wrong throttle quadrant. There we go. Move that one out of the way so I don't grab it first. That one's only used on dual engine planes.
Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey Wine 168
Scared
at 1
the
tree.
crap out of me.
Clear to land runway 10.
Call tower.
Cleared to land runway 10 Cessna, Juliet Papa Whiskey.
Follow the traffic pattern and fly to final. Easy enough. Papa Whiskey Julie Ligma. What the fuck? That is the squiggliest road. So I have to make sure I look for the yellow X on the runway and that I don't land until I at least start seeing markings, because apparently they'll make the runway like quarter mile longer than it actually is, and then they tell you that you didn't land on the runway. This is the last one did to me. Land on runway 10. Pull that throttle out so that it starts to fall off. Ooh, that was way faster than I expected. Flaps are all the way down. This crosswind is brutal. It is twisting me. Usually once you get really close to the ground, the crosswinds stopped affecting you as bad, but this is completely flat and there's no buildings around. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, it did get a little straighter as I got closer to the ground. So am I supposed to land at the black marks? It's where everyone else is doing it. Alright, we are on the ground.
Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey, turn next taxiway.
We're gonna release that parking brake. I think technically, since we're on the runway, there is no taxi speed, because we're not taxiing. But I also gotta be careful not to retake off.
Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey, turn next taxiway.
God, that scared the shit out of me.
Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey, contact ground on 129.4.
Okay, call tower. Call tower. There it is.
129.4 for Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey.
Damn. And again, call tower.
Vatry ground Cessna Foxtrot. Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey taxi to
Shit,
parking.
wait for clearance. I almost started going
Cessna
again.
Foxtrot, Hotel Juliet Papa Whiskey Taxi to General Aviation Parking using Taxiway Alpha, 2 Tango 1 Bravo 1.
Call tower.
Taxiing to General Aviation Parking via Taxiway Alpha 2 Tango 1 Bravo 1 Cessna Juliet Papa Whiskey.
Stop at the parking stand. The throttle's like, oh yeah. Push me in harder, daddy. This is what happens when the taxi takes like 5 hours. I start getting bored on the way back. The left and right brake definitely makes things so much easier. That's why I couldn't steer for shit earlier, because I was only using the rudder.
I know your flight was challenging. I'm glad it was you. I would have had a rough time. Thanks for taking care of my 172 Skyhawk for me.
You are most welcome. Stop engine. How dare you? Stop engine. Stop engine? Wow, it's really sucking at life. What can you do? Most of the voice stuff's working. It's only the one that's still giving me trouble. Ooh, almost got an S. Definitely happy to be seeing more A's. Those A's too. Level 31. Alrighty. I think that is going to wrap it up for tonight. So, till next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.